Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. Wa alaikum assalam. Right, if you remember, we were doing verbal comprehension, and now we're going to try and think how we're going to write it into sentences. So, the first question, who's going to answer it? Good. You'd like to try it? Okay, number one, where was the stick found? Now, remember, we don't just say cave. What do we do? Remember. Very good. Look at the question. Where was the stick found? And then if you look at the board behind me, the answer comes out from the sentence. Look, the stick was, and then you can write, if you want, found. The stick was found standing quietly by the wall of a cave. Can you see how the question itself has the answer? So when you're please look at the board. Thank you. So when you are answering questions, always look at the question to give you an idea of the answer, because it can come out from the question. So let's do number two. Question number two. What kind of stick was it before that special night? Very good. Can you see now? You say, very good. Before that special night. Before that special night. What? Very good. It was an ordinary stick which anyone would use for any purpose. Good. But it was an ordinary stick which belonged to? Good. Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So the answer is to number two is, what kind of a stick was it before the special night? Before that special night, it was an ordinary stick of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Number three. What was it used for before that night? Now, remember, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, what was he doing before he was a prophet? Very good. He was a shepherd. Excellent. So who is a shepherd? A person who grazes a herd of sheep. Shepherd. Very good. Now, what did he use the stick for? Very good. He would use it just for walking. Good. And he would graze sheep. So he would pluck the branches of the tree for his sheep to use. Pluck the branches of the trees for his sheep so that they could eat from it, and then the stick was used for? Good. Guiding the herd back home. What else was it used for? sometimes? Yes. If there were wolves attacking the sheep, what would Prophet Musa alayhi salam do? Yes, he would beat the wolves with the stick. So it was an ordinary stick. Nothing extraordinary about it. Now, let's see number 4. What kind of a fire was it that the stick saw that night? What kind of fire did he see? Yes, it was an ordinary day and they were grazing, the sheep were grazing, the stick was held by Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and what happened suddenly? A bush was on fire. Now, if there is a bush on fire, what would we normally see? Smoke, because there is no fire without smoke. But there was no smoke coming from there. What else? There was no, exactly, because when Prophet Musa alayhi salam and the stick went to see the bush that was on fire, there was no heat in the fire. Otherwise, it's normally if I'm that far away and the bush is burning, I would stay quite far because the flame or the heat of the flame would be so overpowering. But there was no such thing there. Why? Very good. It was a cool fire. A cool fire which had no fuel to burn it with. So what fuel was it that you normally use in a fire? Wood or gas or petrol. Very good. So it was a very cool fire without any fuel. Now, the last question. Which form did the stick change into? Very good. It changed into a python. Well done. Now, boys and girls, what I want you to do is yesterday's video and today's video. Look at it so you can get a good idea of how to formulate your answers. Write them neatly in your copies. Look out for spelling, punctuation, and send it to your teacher. Okay? Thank you and Allah Hafiz.